Welcome to English Storytime Adventures. In today's video, we're going to listen to an exciting short story that will help you improve your English skills. Listen carefully and follow along with the subtitles. Before we begin, here are some key words you'll hear in the story. Pay attention to their meaning and try to use them in your own sentences later.
Stint. A period of time spent doing a particular job or activity. Embankment. A wall or bank of earth or stone built to prevent a river flooding an area or to support a road or railway. Squash. To crush or squeeze something with force. Federation. An organization or group formed by joining several smaller groups or states.
Now that you're familiar with these words, let's begin the story.
Jamie adjusted the VR headset and took a deep breath. It was time to enter Neon Dominion, the most popular VR game in the world. Players from every federation were battling for glory, and this was Jamie's chance to prove himself. The world of Neon Dominion was vast, filled with vibrant cities, towering forests, and mysterious ruins. But this quest was special. It would lead Jamie and his team to the infamous Ember Caverns, a place no one had ever survived before. As the digital world loaded around him, Jamie saw his teammates materialize. There was Liam, the fearless warrior with a massive sword strapped to his back, and Clara, the expert hacker who could manipulate the game's code to give them an advantage. "This is our big break," Liam said, giving a thumbs up. "If we complete this quest, the Federation will offer us a permanent stint as elite players." Jamie smiled. The Global Federation of Gaming, often referred to simply as the Federation, was the ultimate goal for every player. A stint as one of their official players meant fame, rewards, and sponsorships. Clara tapped her wrist console, and the quest details appeared in front of them. The mission is simple. Reach Ember Caverns, retrieve the crystal, and return to the city. But be warned, the caverns are on the far side of Vortex Valley. Liam whistled. "Vortex Valley, huh? That's beyond the northern embankment. It's going to be a long journey." The embankment referred to the massive wall that separated the safe zones from the dangerous parts of the game. No player had crossed it and returned unscathed. Jamie felt a knot form in his stomach. This quest wasn't just difficult, it was practically impossible. "We'll make it," Jamie said, trying to sound confident. "We've prepared for this." The team set off, running through the open fields of Neon Dominion. Every detail in the game was stunningly real. From the gentle breeze that ruffled Jamie's hair to the distant mountains casting shadows over the plains, it was easy to forget this was just a virtual world. As they reached the embankment, Clara hacked the gate and the trio stepped into the unknown. The landscape on the other side was nothing like the safe zones. The sky was a swirling mix of dark clouds, and the ground was uneven and covered in strange glowing plants. "We need to be careful," Clara warned. "There are wild creatures out here that could squash us like bugs." Just as she said that, a giant insect-like creature burst from the ground in front of them. Its glowing eyes locked onto the group, and it let out a high-pitched screech. "Squash it before it squashes us," Liam shouted, unsheathing his sword. Jamie pulled out his blaster and took aim at the creature's legs. In a few quick moves, the team took down the beast. "Well, that was fun," Clara said, rolling her eyes. "Let's keep moving, we're burning daylight." They ventured deeper into the wild lands, dodging traps and battling more creatures. After several hours, they finally reached the entrance to Ember Caverns. A low, eerie hum emanated from the cave, and the air felt unnaturally hot. "Are we sure about this?" Jamie asked, glancing at the others. "We didn't come this far to back out now," Liam said, his eyes glowing with excitement. The group descended into the caverns, their footsteps echoing in the vast chamber. The walls of the cave were lined with glowing crystals, and the deeper they went, the more oppressive the heat became. Clara's console beeped. "We're close," she whispered. "The crystal is just up ahead." Suddenly, the ground trembled beneath their feet. A massive, dragon-like creature emerged from the darkness, its scales reflecting the light of the crystals. It let out a thunderous roar. "Looks like the final boss," Jamie muttered, gripping his blaster tightly. Liam charged forward, sword swinging. "Let's squash this thing." The battle was intense. Fire erupted from the dragon's mouth, forcing Clara and Jamie to dive behind a large rock. Liam slashed at the creature's legs, trying to weaken it, while Clara hacked into the game's system to disable the dragon's fire ability. "Almost there," Clara said, her fingers flying over the console. "Just a few more seconds." The dragon reared back, ready to strike, but before it could, Clara finished her hack. The creature froze in place, its eyes dimming. "Now, Jamie!" Clara shouted. Jamie fired his blaster at the dragon's head. With a loud crash, the dragon fell to the ground, defeated. "We did it!" Liam cheered, pumping his fist in the air. Jamie approached the center of the cavern where a large crystal floated, surrounded by swirling energy. He reached out and grabbed it, feeling its power surge through him. "Quest complete," Clara said with a grin. The team made their way back to the city, crystal in hand. As they approached the gates, a holographic message appeared in front of them. "Congratulations, heroes. You have successfully completed the quest and earned your place in the Global Federation of Gaming. Your stint as elite players begins now." Jamie smiled. After all the battles, the hardships, and the near-death experiences, they had made it.
Great job following along with the story. Now, let's review the key words we learned today.
Stint. A period of time spent doing a particular job or activity. Example from the story. If we complete this quest, the Federation will offer us a permanent stint as elite players. Embankment. A wall or bank of earth or stone built to prevent a river flooding an area or to support a road or railway. Example from the story. Vortex Valley, huh? That's beyond the northern embankment. It's going to be a long journey. Squash. To crush or squeeze something with force. Example from the story. There are wild creatures out here that could squash us like bugs. Federation. An organization or group formed by joining several smaller groups or states. Example from the story. The Global Federation of Gaming, often referred to simply as the Federation, was the ultimate goal for every player.
Now, let's check your understanding of the story. See if you can answer these questions.
Question 1. Can you think of another word to describe the dangerous creatures in the wild lands? Question 2. What did Clara mean when she said, "There are wild creatures out here that could squash us like bugs"?
Feel free to pause the video and write down your answers in the comments. Great work today. Well done. You've just completed another story with English Storytime Adventures. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more fun and educational stories. And don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts or answers to the questions. I'd love to see how much you've learned. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next episode of English Storytime Adventures. Until then, happy learning.